Good morning, Grateful Gab. I'm definitely blessed and grateful to be alive this morning, as well as with my family, friends, and loved ones. I definitely see my podcast growth over the first week. I'm very excited. I really appreciate everybody, tuning in to receive some positive, words, wisdom, information, things of that nature, some spiritual cleansing, just some spiritual food, whatever you need. Really appreciate y'all for tuning in. And so this morning, of course, we're about to dive into the daily verse. It derives from the book of Psalms, chapter 32, verse 5, and it reads as follows. I acknowledge my sin unto thee, and my iniquity I have not hid. I said, I will confess my transgressions unto the Lord, and thou forgavest the iniquity of my sin. Salah. And again, that's from the book of the book of Psalms, chapter 32, verse 5. And this morning, I think I just want to dive into unity, being united. You could be united as, friends, family, relationship-wise. Having unity is very important. They're just basically saying y'all all on the same page. Y'all all on the same page when it comes to being united, but all y'all might have, different goals and things like that. But if all y'all are united together to push and help each other to accomplish those things, you all are still united. It's a lot of people who have a lot of the same goals, and they unite and they form all these, different groups, and some, especially like last year with all this, election stuff, a lot of these groups were united because they had the same ideas and same feelings about a certain situation, I guess, or whatever. But the way people unite, the way people unite when it's negative thoughts, it seems that it's always easy to find somebody to accept something negative and want to be a part of that. And I want to talk about us unifying to come together. Not none of this Black Lives Matter movement, really get into our communities and make changes, for Black lives, and really get into all these communities with these smaller, or where these police presence are in these low income areas. They are in the poverty stricken areas. That's where they push the hardest to go through, because it'd be more crime there and stuff like that, because people don't have as much means. But if I feel like we come together to unify and be united, it's nothing that we can accomplish, for our communities, and not just Black communities. I'm talking about all the communities that's struggling in America. We can really all go come together and try to do our part. I don't have a a basic idea of how we would do that right now, but of course, just even me speaking about it, trying to get people's minds into the idea of coming together to better your neighbors, better your neighborhoods, the kids in your neighborhoods, because at the end of the day, when y'all in y'all living areas, that's who y'all live around, the same people who in the same predicaments like y'all. So you can either choose to bring them down and continue to try to harm them and steal from them, and do all these things with the poor, what they don't already have. So it's like a cycle of just never ending drama and pain and all this stuff, because you're not progressing. You're not going anywhere from taking from the poor, or things of that nature, taking innocent lives and just being ignorant and dumb. I would rather us have our energy put towards, again, accomplishing things, really, making a positive change and having a real life impact, for these younger generations and the younger kids, a real impact that makes them want to be, the next generation of doctors, lawyers, judges, police officers, because even in the police force, the police is going to be there. And if the police force continues to, indulge in activities of the recruitment process they go through to train these officers and get these officers in their academies and a part of their force, it really has to some very telescopes really have to be, put over those those guidelines and the way they go about recruitments and things of that nature, because a lot of these officers are really getting in here, trickling through the system and not really taking this as a fact, as a job they really have pride in. A lot of these officers are getting in, the police office business to have, obtain some type of power and all these things. And you can obviously see from a lot of these incidents that have happened in the last couple of years that, you get that badge on and you look at other people, you might not know the situation, but you still, as an officer, you have limits of what you can control and how if you want to be an aggressor or not. You feel what I'm saying? So, long live all the ones who lost their lives to senseless violence the last couple of years, police brutality, things of that nature. Y'all just, the families of those individuals and loved ones, y'all continue to, fight for civilian advocacy, against police brutality, because it's not, we supposed to feel protected by the police. And, if people continue to start to feel unprotected by the police, who knows how people, start to just react, because, the police are scared, they're scared, and we don't want that type of energy, because, no one feels comfortable being, presented by a police officer, and then that's going to make the good police officers have them put in bad situations. You know what I'm saying? So definitely from my community, I'm from, Atlanta, Georgia. We definitely frown upon, police activity in our communities, because we've seen this, countless generations of police brutality in the inner cities, and especially, again, being from Atlanta, it's one of the blackest cities in America. So we definitely, seen that a lot, a large police presence all the time in different neighborhoods, and out of different neighborhoods. When you come to, nicer neighborhoods, how they act differently, how their police departments are ran, things like that. But again, just think about unifying, y'all. We have to come together to dive into our communities, dive into these schools, low-income schools, all that. We had to take it amongst ourselves to really focus and dive into our communities where we currently live right now. District elections, very important, because that's district. That's where you all live. That's the first impact. That's the person who's going to represent you all and say what my district needs, or my district has this or don't have this. You know what I'm saying? So really look into your local elections for your district leaders. Find out who those people are. Get in touch with them, get in tune with them, and let's try to continue to try to make some change in these communities so we can be better for the generation that's after them, and the ones currently in school, in these schools. You know what I'm saying? I know they would love to see the change as they go forward and see how much it's grown and progressed. So I just really want us to unify, all across the board, all across the world. Everybody's situations aren't the same, and we just really need to come together, y'all, to put ourselves in the best position to make the world a better place. Because at the end of the day, we all have to live here. You know what I'm saying? We all have to live here. Next generation, the kids have to live here, and so forth and so on. So why not work on unifying and making progress to make the world a better place, make the United States a better place, and for our kids and your loved ones and your nieces and nephews, even if you don't have kids, whoever it is, it's going to be somebody after us. And why not have the mindset that you want to make it better for them? So just think about, unifying. If you're not close with your family, please do better to try to get out, get in contact or reach out with your family, spend time with your family. Unify, you got to start right there. Your friends, loved ones, all the ones that mean something to y'all. Y'all should all have common goals to better your situations, better your environments, your communities, all that. You feel me? I feel like we all owe it to ourselves to really buckle down and go forward to unify, to continue to build on our legacies and foundations and these imprints for our communities and our loved ones. So really, again, y'all, I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. Unity, unity. Think about coming together, unifying, being a larger group for a larger purpose. So, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Again, the daily verse came from the book of Psalms, chapter 32, verse 5. So if you want to check that out, please feel free to do that. I will be, here tomorrow with some more content. Again, y'all, just continue to want to unify, be loved, show love. I always have a open heart to receive blessings and give blessings. So love y'all. Y'all have a great week. Safe travels. Until next time, Graceful Gab Dave is out. Peace.